As that's coming in, whack, then I hit it here. The second I put this strike in, I stop it coming back with another grip. From here, I strike again, and then I do what we call the lock. So I've been involved in martial arts about 30 plus years now, probably more than I care to admit. But what initially attracted me to Serrada when I saw it was the inherent simplicity and efficiency. Now, simple doesn't mean easy. Simple means that it's direct and it's efficient, which is why it was such a tremendous blend with the Jeet Kune Do that we already do. So for me, it was a natural fit. Grandmaster T-Bone introduced us to the concept of the shorter stick and the idea of full length of the weapon. And to me, that's one of the most key features of when we're working with the weapon. We always want to make sure that at all times, I can deploy myself with maximal efficiency. So what I'd like to do is actually show that in application so you get an idea of how that works. So if I borrow my able assistant over here. If she extends her arm out as if she's going to strike to me, whack here. This is where we always call the angle one, it's a collarbone strike. Now again, I want to make sure I'm always going to get hit. If I'm practicing out here, doing whatever I'm doing, it's fine and all, but there's no real risk to that. It has to be a risk-reward ratio as I'm working. So as that angle one's coming in here, that's going to hit me. That's paramount to what I do. If I then, stay where you are, if I'm here and I hit it with the full length of the weapon from here, I can always get a good strike in. Okay? If I'm here, I can extend and get a good strike in. If I'm here, I can shorten and get a good strike in. So at all times, I can use the full length of the weapon. This offers a tremendous advantage because it means I don't have to put such a large shift into my style. If I use a longer implement, like some of the larger Kali sticks that you'll sometimes use, there's nothing wrong with working with them, but I have to adjust my range. And it's that adjustment that sometimes is where you lose the beat in the fight. By always being within my range, I'm always able to finish my opponent. First technique I'm going to do, again, basic strike. There's 12 strikes in Serrada Eskrima. The ones we're going to focus on are going to be the angle one and the angle two, because this is what we call the caveman specials. If you gave Tharg and Ugg a stick, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to come out and they're going to hit you here and they're going to hit you here. That's about what they're going to do. You give an untrained person a tire iron, a baseball bat, a club, whatever it is, the first thing they're going to do is pick that up in their hand and go, and swing it at you. So these are the two more common strikes that we deal with. It doesn't mean that we don't recognize the others. It doesn't mean we don't handle them. It just means that these are the two that we tend to orient off, especially when we're looking at the beginning levels. First one from here. She's going to step in and do that angle one for me. I'm going to pass it here, and I'm going to strike that arm. Again, if I go straight for a strike on this, and my timing's off, so chances are she's going to be blasting through. If I go really far out, I can get away with that. You see, I've got to close, and I've got to jam this one down on the way through. There's a time and a place for that. For what I want to do right now, the braver I am, the better. So as that's coming in, whack, then I hit it here. The second I put this strike in, I stop it coming back with another grip. From here, I strike again, and then I do what we call the lock. And down. What this does is covers my recovery. So as this strike is entering into me here, 1, 2, and I strike again, if I simply go to the finish, this line is open. So just in case there's still some activity, this whole thing will then strike to me, and I have to then fix it in midair, which gets complicated. 1, 2, 3 here. Now as I start to do this thrust, if something comes to me, I've got this line covered here, and I can do something more significant with it. So on the first one we did, as it was coming in, I was moving to the outside on this. So the shot's coming, I'm moving here, and I'm locking down this outside line. What I'm going to do on this next one is move to the inside. Now again, there are any number of ways I can do this. I'm going to give you two of my favorites. First one, as it comes in, I'm meeting it here. Now notice, I'm making a cross. If she pushes, it's hard for her to break through. If I do something different than that, it's not that it doesn't work, but as I come up, if she pushes here now, this is collapsing into me, and I've got this slide off. So what I want to do is, as it's coming in, this is my initial stop, and you see this hand coming through. This is going to be my check again as I come through off here. Again, I can finish with a lock, or as it comes through, I can finish with something more substantial, depending on what I wish to do at that moment in time. So as that comes in, one, and again, good grip here. If anything comes out with that hand, I can take that hand out here as well. Finish. One, two, three. That's if I'm doing a circle through. Another one I like to do from here, as it moves, check here. This opens this lower line here. So again, take the leg, take the body, take the head. Go through again. Leg, body, head. Now, one of the beauties with Serrada is I don't have to do a fundamental shift. If I change my weapon, my techniques and my core movements remain the same. By remaining the same, I don't have to adjust. So I take a much shorter weapon even than my Serrada slide stick there. As it's coming in here now, I'm not going to meet knife to stick. That's absolutely ridiculous. Not only will it chip my blade, it will chip my teeth. This time, instead of doing that, as I do that cross, I'm cutting here, still doing this grip. Now I'm slicing one, slicing two, slicing three. If I do the inside sweep, that's a cut, that's a cut, that's a cut, that's a cut. So nothing changes on that. If she were to adjust the size of her weapon, my response would again remain the same. One of the beauties with it is if I discard the blade, she discards the stick, and if she then puts a punch into me from here, this is a pass across. Hit, 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 hit. Coming again. One, here. Okay, come through, hit, hit, hit. I can work that inside line. If I want to work that outside line the way we did before, I pass and I can strike here, move it here, and again, coming back in on this line. So I don't have to adjust my style. If I do this X here, so no matter where I am, I don't have to make a knife, a stick, a sword, a fist. I have to make no adjustment because my movement, my footwork, and my core principles remain the same. Now, if that hand's coming here, whereas a stick would be a hit, then I'd be hitting and finishing here. By using the hands, as that comes in here, I can hit the hand out the way, then I can strike here. I can transition through, finish from there as well. So a lot of the techniques that we use in Serrada from the stick translate very, very easily to the empty hand as well.